But I think he wanted to go to a bigger market anyways. I think he was planning on going to New York or LA. That's what he wanted at
No.
that point.
Wait. There's something on him going to New York.
Yeah, he wanted to go. Like they were saying that he wanted to go to New York because he was like
Really?
he played in Harlem and stuff too. Like he went to Harlem and
New York. Wow, it's been a dream of mine.
we could have had this whole ass conversation on the pod.
It's not
Shithead.
recorded?
Yeah, but we're not using this. I don't want to use it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't get a choice. I get to just use it now because it's recorded. It's been a dream of mine. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wanted to join the Knicks instead of the Lakers, but then what changed his mind? This is crazy. I didn't know this.
Yeah, it was. I know that it was like I thought it was between the two, but I guess he wanted to do it. But that just shows how little players had say at that point. Like players didn't have say until freaking recently. Like this is not like all great players didn't have any type of fucking choices.
Sincere, determined efforts. I'm very happy that that's highlighted in green. Sincere,
Sincere.
determined fucking efforts. That means the Knicks said, "Here's a check," and it was smaller than the Lakers check.
Yeah, pretty much.
So once again, the Knicks get to the table and fuck it up. It's been happening since the 70s. Shit
Big
offends me.
facts.
The shit offends
They
me.
always shit the bed. They always know they don't know where the shit pan is, so they just shit
But
the bed.
so Kareem played high school. Kareem played high school. Played. Fuck. I got sidetracked. Fuck you.
My bad.
So in high school, Kareem played for in New York, in the city.
Yeah.
In college, he played for UCLA.
Yep.
That's where his head was at, I guess.
Yeah, because he was from New York, right?
So that's the thing, sort of. He's sort of
Because I
from
know he like grew up in Harlem, or at least
grew up
played
he
basketball
did.
in Harlem.
Yeah, he grew up in Harlem. Pretty sure.
Okay.
And he would play at Rucker Park all the time. He was one of the first big dude, like him and Dr. J,
Yeah.
some of the first guys to play at Rucker Park that were big time. The Knicks
Yeah.
will be looking to learn from these mistakes, but with the present front office, the future doesn't look bright. Jesus,
Wow.
I could have wrote this. Wow, amazing. But that's interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was LA all the way, and I guess there was no if, ands, or buts about it. That's what was going to happen. But
Yeah.
I think that. Do you think?
But
Do you think Kareem is the same guy if he stays in Milwaukee? Do you think he's the same talent? Because they're gonna get. They're getting Sidney Moncrief in a few years, right? Who was an all-star and one of the best defensive players of that era. And they turned that 80s in the 80s, they turned their team into a nice little club. So
it depends. I think it just depends on chemistry at that point, but it seems like
I'm just saying the organization was competent. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I bring that up, is to say the organization could have done something with him if not for extenuating circumstances that outside of basketball.
Yeah.
And what do you call it?
I think
Money. The money, like you said.
I think because of a lot of those circumstances, he probably would have retired. He would have been. I think he would have had like kind of the Jordan effect, where people say like after '93, Jordan got fed up with with the media and all this bullshit. Plus his dad's death, whatever it helped cause him to retire. I feel like that was looking like a similar route with Kareem, because he said that he was like Magic Johnson pretty much gave him a second breath in the '80s because he was tired of the media and tired of like
Yeah,
the
but
way he was.
he still got 4 or 5 years between then. But
Yeah, I know. So, but think like, why would the media stop? Like, what would like if anything, it's gonna just get worse and worse. I feel like in Milwaukee, unless you start winning. I mean, if you start winning, it kind of shuts everything up. But
that's not.
how soon was he gonna start winning?
I just think Kareem, like, that's a good question. How soon did he start winning? That kind of leads us right into the next segment.
Because I know that that Lakers team, it was when at least I know, and there's still a good amount of years span before Magic. So this is like 3 or 4 years before that. But I know that Laker team before Magic only won 47 games. So I don't know, and I don't think did he make a finals with this Laker team before getting Magic? I don't think so.
Oh yeah,
He did. Oh yeah,
I think
wait,
so. Wait,
no, no, because
Okay, are you guys
I
ready?
think the ball.
I'm
I
bugging.
have the
Hold on.
info.
Yeah, go.
Okay, 'cause I think it was
So
the Boston series
76,
before
his
that.
first season with the Lakers, they missed the playoffs. 77, they lose to the Blazers in the Western Conference Finals. 78 first round and 79 first round, and then 80 they get Magic Johnson. So he really didn't
Yeah,
succeed in the playoffs with the Lakers until they got Magic.
yeah.
Yeah, he
And
was about first round. Oh man.
about the that first I found that's very interesting. His first year with the Lakers, and he didn't make the playoffs because his record says that he should have made the playoffs, but because of
Oh yeah.
a rule issue that
I got you. Go for it.
yeah, because of a rule change that occurred, I think it was in like 2014. Um, he wasn't allowed to go into the playoffs because I think the way the rule was the winner of each division gets to gets a spot in the playoff bracket, and there was a team. I can't remember what team was better than him
You
at.
want me to break it down? Let me break this down for you. So look, see the teams with stars right here.
Yeah,
These are your playoff teams. You got the Bucks, you got the Pistons, you got the Warriors, Sonics. Those are the top two in each division. Now, the final playoff seed, because there are only 5 seeds at the time, goes to the best record of the teams left. Now, the Lakers are fourth in their division behind Phoenix. Phoenix has 2 more wins. If we were to just do it the way we know, by win record like this,
yeah,
we would see that the Lakers would make that would make the playoffs because they had the fourth best seed in the conference.
yeah,
However, because of the way they set this up, they had to give the playoff berth to the Phoenix Suns.
yeah.
When did this change?
It was like,
Okay, so the way that the playoffs grew based on like as they added teams, once before 1970 they just had the divisions, they didn't have conferences. So it was easy to just be like top in the division, you're fine, you go. But once they added conferences, they started doing it based on like top in your conference, regardless of where you were in the division, you still get in the playoffs. That didn't really change until 2016. Like there were different ways that they changed how they determined which seeds would go in and where, but basically it was based on conference standings, not divisional standings until 2016.
No shit.
and I think the reason for that was I think Portland, for some reason, they got home court advantage over I think Memphis maybe or something like that year, or and they were like 8 games below Memphis, but because they won the division, they got home court advantage, which was stupid.
Yeah, that was recent. That was more recent,
Yeah,
right? That that's what I knew was a recent rule change. But that I knew the things with the conference was sooner. But yeah, I thought that was super interesting. But considering that information, let's go check out the MVP voting for this year because I want to see if the voting was even close, considering that knowledge, or did Kareem still win it in a landslide?
he was still the win share leader. that year, even though he didn't have a winning record,
That's
which is
very bizarre.
yeah, it's pretty interesting.
But I think so. What is it? 75, 76, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so you got a bunch of people in the run here. Very split. Look at these points. This is close. This is less than 20 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Bob McAdoo got screwed out of a couple MVPs here.
What was his
Braves made
record?
the playoffs, right? I gotta go to the top. His Braves definitely made the playoffs, and he led the league in scoring. Braves, yeah, they're in the playoffs.
And they won 6 more games than the Lakers. That's weird. That's what I'm saying. I think they're looking at it from the perspective of who's the best player in the league.
That's why. But then again, there are other seasons where you look at it and it's like it was the best player on the best team.
Yeah.
Like it's very confusing in this era.
Yeah, it's not. There's no consistency.
And also,
it seems like
Kareem during this particular season, he played every game this year. Am I in the right season? I thought this was the year he didn't. Yeah, I'm on the right season. I thought he didn't play every game this year, but he did. Yeah, that's crazy. But he did. Yeah, he completely dominated in win shares.
And that's crazy because
go ahead. It's crazy because what?
I was gonna say because Bob McAdoo won 6 more games, but he must have not been the reason for all the wins or something like that. But
people on their team, yeah. It's not every day you look at the 75-76 Buffalo fucking Braves.
Yeah.
So bear with me. Oh, Randy Smith, 21 points a game. I have no idea who that is, truthfully. Oh yeah, Randy Smith, he's your boy.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's a sharpshooter. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I hope you're wrong.
He's a small shooting guard. Hey.
Shooting guard. Let's see. Hold on. This is a random tangent, but okay. 49%. Yeah, who is this guy? He had a halfway decent NBA career. 2-time All-Star. All NBA.
His children are probably watching this right now. Well, probably not, but
All-Star game MVP in 77. Unbelievable. Oh, so that's who's on his team. 21 points a game.
Iron Man. That's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Must not know Tony Stark's boy.
But then you got Dave Cowens, 19 and 16. He's another guy I'm positive has an MVP in the 70s, but could have come out with a few of them. And then
you taking that 19 and 16 over Kareem's 28 and 17? I don't think.
How many wins? How many wins? Hold on. How many wins did the Celtics had? 54 wins.
I guess, but
I mean, no guessing. Had 54 wins, and they went in the chip that year. This year, they went on to do that. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Did he win? If he won Finals MVP, then he's fine.
No, JoJo White won Finals MVP. Pretty sure this is that year. Yeah,
JoJo.
21, 4 and 5.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Cowens 2016 did his thing. Damn, Havlicek's got.
What were they scoring? Like, how many points were they scoring a game? 104.
Yep.
Wow. They had all 5 starters, double digits.
Yeah, Boston Celtics. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Not bad at the game. Good at basketball, especially in the 70s and 60s, and the 80s.
Not so much in the
every decade except the 90s, pretty much. Celtics have been relevant.
2000s, they were really that relevant.
Hey, they had the big 3 in 2000s. They got a chip in 08.
Whatever. But they weren't relevant in the 2010s.
Hey, Tatum dunked.
I don't like that. I'm a Laker fan, guys. So
I used to be a Celtics fan, but I still keep the flags behind me.